In this part of the tutorial, we're going to go over creating larger images to create skies and grass or the ground. So if you wanted to create a sky here, you're going to want to first make sure that your objects are stretching across your screen the way you want to. So I just adjusted my mountains a little bit so that I can see they go from edge to edge. Now I'm going to create a background. So I'm going to grab that shape tool and I'm just going to fill it in with a solid rectangle. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to actually fill it in with a gradient. And I can use gray here because gray is not a color. So my color palette is purple. I'm going to use gray. I want to send this to the back, so I'm going to go to Arrange, Order, and Send to Back. And now it looks like I have a sky. I want to create a grass here or some sort of ground. So again, I'm going to take this shape tool and I'm just going to stretch it all the way across. And I could leave it as gray. I could actually change it so that it's purple. I'm going to leave it as purple so it's a little different than my sky. And now I have ground and I have a sky, kind of filled in my landscape a little bit more. I'm going to now include like a pond or something. So I'm going to go to my curved tool and I'm going to create a pond. Ooh, crazy. Oh, I just undid it. I can redo. And then I'm going to change the pond so that it looks more like it's reflecting the night sky. Maybe a little bit lighter. There we go. I'm going to, silly little tool here. I'm going to erase the border. All right, so now I have like a pond. I can move it wherever I like. I want to add some other things in here. So I'm going to show you how to insert an image from the web that's a silhouette. So over on the right-hand side here, you can already see that I have typed in transparent tree silhouette. This is a great way to find pictures that do not have a background and are just black. So it's like the shadow of the image. So I'm going to grab one of these tree pictures and I'm going to click and I drag it. Another option is to click and hit insert. And now I have a tree. So I can adjust this so that it's the size I want. If I want it to be my foreground or the object that's closest to me, I'm going to make it big. So that way it looks like it's sitting right next to me. Okay. If I wanted to put it over here by the pond, I could put it like this and make it smaller. And then another option, and you don't have to do this, but another option is this format option. So once I have a shape or a picture selected, I could do like reflection. And I can change the reflection so that I can make the distance of it much closer. I can change the size of it so that it's bigger. And this way it can reflect in my pond a little bit. You can kind of see it right there. So that's one option. If that isn't something you like, you can click that off and you could do a drop shadow. Drop shadows are another way to create extra depth in your picture. And if you play around with this, you can kind of see how the shadows sort of pop in and out. You can play. I'm not going to use any of that on my tree. I'm going to move my tree back over here. Just wanted to show you that. But I am going to add a little bit of shadows on my mountains. So right now I'm going to click my purple mountain. I'm going to add a drop shadow. I'm going to play around with the angle a little bit. And you can see it creeping out right here. I'm going to make that distance. I'm going to change that angle a little bit. Make the transparency down, playing with that. And now it looks like my mountains are a little bit more 3D.